This PlayStation 5 has some major damage to it after it's thrown off the balcony. Stay tuned to see how we bring this console back to life. As seen in the introduction, this PlayStation has a lot of damage to it, so my expectations for it to turn on were very, very low. Also, the power button did feel a little weird, so I figured there was a problem there as well. And my first step was honestly just to open it up and get a look inside. Thankfully, there wasn't any roach residue on the outside, and there also wasn't any roaches on the inside. And that always helps us get these repairs done quickly and efficiently. We don't have to spend time worrying about roaches crawling on our hands or banging around our desk trying to kill them. My first step after opening up this PlayStation 5 is to check it with a new power button. And after I opened it up, I realized that the ribbon cable that connects the power button to the motherboard wasn't even there. So I think this is a good place to start. And now it was very obvious to see where all of the damage was. And honestly, it was all over. But prominently in the top right hand corner, you can see the heatsink is pretty bent. The antennas are ripped. The LED cable was ripped. And honestly, I think my next best step is to get this heat shield removed, get this motherboard out the way, and test the power supply to see if we have the 12 volts. After getting the motherboard removed, I did a brief physical inspection and I saw that the motherboard was bent. But when doing repairs, I like to start with the simple things first and then deal with the more intense things later on. And I just wanted to see if I had the 12 volts, and obviously I don't. So I wanted to start with the power supply to see if I can repair it. And in this case, I heard some rattling, so I knew something was bad. And honestly, with power supply repairs, I'm not too happy about them because honestly, in my experience after repairing a lot of PS5s with power supply problems, I figured out that the return rate on them is a lot higher than normal, and usually the power supply ends up failing again because there's some other component, and it's better to just replace it with a new one that's working already. So in this next segment, there's going to be a lot that goes on. I changed the back housing. I also changed the heatsink. I inspect the motherboard and I noticed that the HDMI port is damaged, but other than that, I don't see any physical damage on the board. And I also do change the, I'm not sure what it's called, but the assembly that holds the LED light, the power button, the USB-C, and also the USB port on the front. I changed that as well just to get a fresh start to make sure that the LEDs work and the power button works as well. And lucky for us, as soon as we plugged it in, we give it power, turns on, beeps, perfectly fine, no problem. So I'll go ahead and get this motherboard removed. I'm going to go ahead and get the HDMI port changed out real quick, and then we'll go from there. Without boring you guys too much, I just wanted to show you the quality of soldering work that we do. This is the HDMI port repair on this PlayStation 5 that was completed in less than 20 minutes. We use the highest quality of HDMI ports with the backplate protection, and our soldering work is better than factory. We also stand behind our work with the 3-month warranty. Come and check us out at 9825 Jones Road, 77065, Houston, Texas. Or visit our website to ship in any electronic repair, game consoles, phones, any type of electronic. Once the HDMI port repair was completed for this PlayStation 5, I reassembled the motherboard with the heatsink, and now the only thing that was left was to work on the disk drive and reassemble the top plastic pieces. Although the disk drive did have a lot of physical damage, luckily none of the internal components were damaged, and honestly I'm surprised. So all I needed to do was replace the outer shell, get it reassembled, and test it, and then the PlayStation was good to go. So I did exactly that. I tested it with the PlayStation 4 CD, and then I found some extra covers from a donor PlayStation 5. I got it put back together, and this PlayStation was A-okay. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. If you need any repair, visit 119repairs.com or come and visit us at 9825 Jones Road, Houston, Texas, 77065. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys in the next one.